Hello, hello, hello. This is your girl K Mac, and I am back for the Mommionaire podcast. So I've been gone a few days. Had to take my daughter to school. This is her sophomore year in college. Yay! Shout out to all the college students pursuing your careers and your dreams and putting yourself on the right path so that you can have a successful future. So enough about that. I want to just jump on here briefly tonight and talk to you guys about something that I think a lot of people get confused on. So maybe you guys can relate. So here's the thing. I just want to let you know that just because you've dated the same person as somebody else doesn't necessarily mean you've dated the same person as somebody else. I know that sounds crazy, right? But here's the thing. If you and I have dated the same person, right? You and I have dated John, right? You dated John before me, or vice versa. Um, we may not have had a good experience, one of us, right? And here's the thing that us women do all the time. The first thing you hear, girl, he ain't shit. If I was you, I wouldn't even waste my time. He gonna do you like he did so and so. He ain't even worth it. He a liar. He a cheater. He this. He that. He may be. He may have been, right? Because here's the thing. Different people bring out different results in people. That's just what it is. Um, you don't enter into everything the same. Your mindset is different. Along the way when you go through things, you learn what it is you like, what it is you don't like, what it is that you want to do, what it is you don't want to do. Um, and sometimes, we may have been burned in a relationship, and, now we got a wall up when we going into the next relationship. Or, sometimes we overshare, sometimes we keep everything bottled up. Sometimes we're outgoing, sometimes we're withdrawn and reserved. Sometimes we're full of life and excitement, and sometimes if we were burned in a previous position, a previous relationship, sometimes we may be scorned. We may be bitter. We may just have nothing good to say. Everything that comes out of our mouth may be negative in regards to love and dating and relationships. So you just have to be mindful, but don't be quick to believe everything everybody says, because you will miss your beat like that. When people tell you, girl, I dated him, or I dated her, or they dated so and so. I remember when they used to be with this person. Oh, okay. Because we all got a past, right? We all have history outside of who we're with right now. Some of it was good, some of it was bad. Some of it was our fault, we were the perpetrator, and some of it we were the victim. It's just what it is. That's life. We live and we learn. But we can either allow those things to make us better, or we can allow those things to change us from who and how we really are. And I always say, don't let things change you. You could have been the best man, the best woman that you could have possibly been. You could have done everything. You could have been listening, understanding, supportive, caring, kind, giving, loving, nurturing, supportive, loyal, respectful, hardworking. You could have been all those things. You could have checked every box, right? But let's just face it. Sometimes we're the right person at the wrong time. Sometimes we do the right things for the wrong people. It doesn't all everything doesn't always go as planned, but that doesn't mean you stop being that person. You always give your best, because when you move on to something else, that person is still deserving of the best of you. They don't deserve the broken pieces of you that you trying to put back together. You ever try picking up glass? You're bound to get cut. They don't deserve that, because a person that didn't break you shouldn't be held responsible for trying to fix you. Only you can do that. You have to be willing to do the work. So I just wanted to let everybody know, you know, don't miss your beat listening to hearsay. We've all, and I'm pretty sure we've all been there, like I said. So you may have dated the same person, but that doesn't mean you date the same person. We got people that are there that bring out the best in us, right? And we got people that bring out the stress in us. you know, we got people that we can't wait, after a long day's work, we can't wait to get home to. And we got those people that we dread going home to, where we just sit in the driveway and sit in the car and just think about what have we gotten our fucking selves into. So it's just, you always want someone who is going to push you to be your best, who's going to push you to do better. You know, you don't want to be stagnant in a relationship because, ironically, you know, sometimes, you know, you can do two things in life, relationships, life, the same. You can either grow or you can stay where you at. And what happens if one person growing and the other one is at a standstill? Well, then you become unbalanced. Then you become unbalanced, and that's how you grow apart because one is going this way and one just ain't going nowhere, just ain't doing nothing, just complacent. You don't need that. You don't need that, you know. And oftentimes the thing that attract us to a person may tend to be the same thing that pushes us away from that person. You know, nobody comes this far in life to stay the same. You know, so when people say, "Oh, you've changed," tell them you're right. Like, who the fuck goes through life just to stay the same? I mean, what fun is that? You know, if I'm gonna be doing the same thing next year that I'm doing right now, that's no fun. It should be growth in every aspect of your life. You know, relationship, your finances, your career, you know, your household, every aspect of your life, you should see growth. You should not still be right here on the playing field. You know what I'm saying? You should have made progress. You should have made steps. No matter how small, you should be making steps. You know, you should not still be doing, I mean, you could be doing the same thing, but something should do furniture. You've probably changed some things around. You feel me? You know, in a relationship, there should be growth. You guys should be sitting down discussing, okay, what are we doing? Where do we see ourselves for the future? You know, what is our plan? You know, when it comes to your kids, you should be teaching them lessons as they mature and as they get older. You know what I'm saying? Different things you should be teaching them about life, laying the foundation from which they can build upon. Everything is for you to grow. So, yes, you have changed because that's what life is about, living, learning, and growing. That's it. So, I just jumped on here real quick to give you that little tidbit to let you guys know that just because you dated the same person does not mean you're going to get the same person. So, don't be quick to write somebody off. You know, don't be quick to write them off because of what you've heard. Let's get to know people for yourself, you know, because people can only lead you to where they've been. So if they've had a bad experience with somebody, then all they have to share with you is negative details. They don't have no positive input to give you. They have nothing constructive to share with you that's going to help push you in that direction. No, they pulling you back. And then sometimes you got to ask yourself, you know, I mean, is it really because that person was bad to them, or did they fuck up? You know, maybe they did something that brought about the reactions that they got from that person. You know, there's always three sides to a story. Each person's in the truth, the complete truth. You know, each story may have a little bit of truth in it, but then you got the complete truth that's not gonna leave any stone unturned. So I'm signing out tonight. Just wanted to hop on real quick. See you guys tomorrow. Good night. Peace.